The Holtz's Heroes Reunion Brunch happening right now at the Embassy Suites in South Bend. Of course, legendary Notre Dame football coach Lou Holtz, he just walked off stage, and several of his former players all coming together this weekend to help raise money for Holtz's foundation. I had the chance to talk with the Hall of Fame coach about the work his foundation is doing, the love his players have for him, and of course, Notre Dame football.
That tells me they have a poor memory. If they would have remembered how tough I was on them in college, they sure wouldn't have come back. But, you know, it's not me, it's God's blessing, it's Notre Dame. Notre Dame is caring about other people and doing the right thing, and they've done that. And so, you know, different players will come back every year. Not everybody come back each and every year. But I'm very proud of what they've done, the type of husbands they become, the type of fathers they become, the type of people they become.
How are you feeling physically, and how are you doing right now?
Everybody said, boy, you look good. I said, that's great, but I feel terrible. I thought I had back problems. I don't have nerve-ending problems. When I had COVID, it destroyed the muscles in my legs. I can't control my legs. I don't walk very good. I can't get up out of a chair by myself. And they're, you know, as you get older, that happens. But at one time, 5 months ago, I was blind in my right eye. I fell, hit my head, and went to the Mayo Clinic. They did a laser thing and cut a hole in it, and now it's 20/20. So my right eye is 20/20. My brain or my mind is still relatively sharp, but that's one of the advantages of being basically dull all your life. They can't tell when it digresses. But physically, I'm having all kinds of problems, but that's life. You know, I count my blessings, and it's just, it is what it is. And God doesn't make your life easy all the time, but that's part of it.
You have been blessed with a beautiful wife, a beautiful family, a wonderful career. When you look back at your time at Notre Dame, what are you most proud of?
The thing I'm most proud of is that we led Notre Dame during a difficult period and had great success, but we did it the Notre Dame way. That we played for Notre Dame. We played for the Lady on the Dome, and I look back at the players 20 years after they're done playing, their love and respect for Notre Dame and our Lady on the Dome. That makes you proud that we kept the priorities of Notre Dame in the proper vein when everybody wants you to win. Yeah, we want to win. We want to win the Notre Dame way. And as I would say to the players, we're Notre Dame and they ain't. That says it all.
We're Notre Dame and they ain't. Is it any more eloquent than that? I just loved it. What a gift to have the opportunity to talk with him. Coming up a little bit later in our show, Lou shares his advice for Marcus Freeman as he looks for his first win as Irish head coach.
And fans may remember that before Lou took Notre Dame to a national championship, he got off to a similar start. So please remember that when we're talking about the 0-3 start.
That's right. He had a chance to talk with the team last night, definitely bringing that up, and just a really great conversation. You don't want to miss that. We'll have more of that coming up in just a minute. Well, legendary Notre Dame coach Lou Holtz led the Irish to their last national championship 34 years ago. Notre Dame went undefeated in 1988, but just 2 years prior in Lou's first season, he started 0-2 and ended that year with a 5-6 record. I had the opportunity to talk with the Hall of Famer about the advice he has for Marcus Freeman.
I believe in Coach Freeman. He's a wonderful person. He understands what Notre Dame's about. He understands the experience that the players should have. But as I told him the first time I met him, the player's recommendation is not always the best thing that happens when you get a job, because if I was murdered, I swear the police wouldn't even investigate it because every one of them had been a suspect. But they need a leader. They don't need a friend.
Well, and that is my next question. Of course, Marcus has been sort of called a player's coach, right? And you probably wouldn't have been called a player's coach back in your day.
No, except that I cared about the players. But I did feel that they needed a friend. What I felt they needed was a leader. And as Woody Hayes used to say to me when I was an assistant coach at Ohio State, you want a friend, buy a dog.
To look back at your career, there's, everyone's freaking out right now. Notre Dame has started the season 0-2, and we look back at your start at Notre Dame, a little bit of a similar situation there. How did you get your team through that first year of a rocky start?
I never once lost my confidence, and I never once lost the team. As I told the team then, and same thing I would tell the team now. When everybody wants to play, when the band's playing, the crowd's cheering, the TV lights are on, the question I ask, can you live with losing? Can you live with failure? If you can't live with it, you'll change it. And the only friends you have when things don't go well are those you eat with, sleep with, bleed with, pray with, and cry with. That's your family and your teammates. And now more than ever, they got to band together. They got to come together for a common cause, which isn't about them, isn't about their NFL career. It's about Notre Dame, and it's about your teammates.
Of course, the big thing that a lot of fans are excited about this week are the green jerseys, but with the names on the back of the jersey. And I know that was something that you wanted off of the back of the jersey. What was your rationale for that, and what are your thoughts on Notre Dame wearing their names on the jersey this week?
When I came here, I took the names off the back of the jerseys, and I believe that. The players moaned about it, and I said, you're lucky I left the numbers on. If it was up to me, I'd take the numbers off as well. It says ND, and that's everything. We play for Our Lady on the Dome. We play for this university. We play for one another. We don't play for ourselves. And I still feel that way, but if that's Coach Freeman's decision, once again, it'll be popular with the players.
Vahid, I sat with him for 40 minutes. He is 85 years old. I don't know how many more of those opportunities I'm going to get. I took in every moment of it, loved it. We're going to hear from him throughout our season on ABC57 Kickoff.
Well, it's just interesting to hear his perspective on Marcus and what he has to do. And listen, it comes down to the just win, baby, and that's about it.